Hello traders, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. I release videos 3 times a week, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So if you want to start there, and we're going to get right into the video. So today we're looking at the US Canadian dollar, and I'm just going to chat about the US Canadian dollar. It's a pair I love to trade, so we're going to look at some zones I have on the pair, what I'm looking at going forward, and just how price tends to act at each key level with this pair specifically. So if you like videos like this and you want to see kind of more of these targeting one particular currency pair, please let me know because I will keep doing them. If not, then I won't. Pretty simple. Just like this video or comment. You can also comment pairs that you want to see me mark up as well. I don't mind doing that. So the reason I like trading the US Canadian dollar, you guys, number one is it tends to retest key levels and zones. Okay, so actually before I get into marking this up, I have some zones drawn in here. You can see how beautifully price just like rejected that zone, right? You see what I'm talking about there? But I am missing a few support and resistance areas because I just have the main ones drawn in. Okay, so I am going to just mark them with a line really quick. I'll see what else I can see here. Is probably one around here. Yep. Just because it'll give us a better idea when I'm talking about our levels. Okay, so what we can notice with gold, and what I mean by it tends to retest, is when we get a movement up, right? It usually comes back down and tests a key level, or a zone is what I refer to them as, okay? Again, we get a movement up and it comes back to test a key level. Up again and back. And it almost textbook does this, okay? So it's a really good, if you like the breakout retest method, you're going to really like this pair. So that's why I like to use it. Now let's look at what the US Canadian dollar is currently doing. Gold acts similarly, you guys. Gold acts very similar. It will usually come back down and retest a level. So we get a lot of pullbacks, right? Some pairs don't respect key levels as well. So you'll have to use different methods for those. Let's look at the daily chart, okay? Obviously we had some news today, which has impact. I did not trade today, so I didn't catch any of this fun stuff. Hopefully some of you did. If you trade news, if you don't, that's fine too. So overall, guys, we have been trending up, okay? We have been trending up. Now, this red candle is going to throw us off a little bit because as you can see, if we connect all of our wicks, this candle is breaking structure, okay? This candle is breaking structure on the daily. So we'll be that doesn't mean that we're going to get a complete reversal here. Definitely not, but it is something to watch for. So I would definitely watch and see how price reacts Monday at market open. If we get a bunch more momentum to the upside, you can certainly take a buy. Right now, I wouldn't say we're getting too much momentum. For market close, this is pretty normal. If we go down to the 15-minute, if you want to look at your momentum, guys, always switch to your 15-minute chart. And I'll show you what I mean if this will ever load. Yeah, so momentum, we went over this in another video. You really want to see some strong-bodied candles, right? Like this area here would be high momentum. Oh, goodness. That's not a nice color to look at. Let's make it yellow. There we go. This is showing us strong momentum, right? This here really is not. We got a little bit, but then we had a move down. We had another little bit and then a move down. So this is not something I would consider high momentum enough to take a trade based off of. You want to see a couple continuous long-bodied candles, okay? So that's not something I would take. Let's go back to the 4-hour chart. So really here, if my zones will load, Yeah, we're going to need, I would want to see price come up quite a bit more for me to take a buy. Because again, we have just broken structure. So meaning our trend line. We've come outside of our trend line a little bit. Now let's look at the higher time frame, because remember, the higher time frame you use, the more reliable. So our zones are going to look kind of funny, but I am going to zoom us in. And again, we are trending up. Now on the weekly, let me draw this in. We have not broken structure. Okay. On the weekly, we have not, which the weekly does tend to be more reliable. So this actually could be indicating to us, you guys, that we're just getting a nice retest of that trend line. So trend lines often act as zones, okay? They actually act as their own kind of key level, meaning price will come and bounce off of it a lot. And why that happens is the same reason that when price goes down to a zone, we see rejection and people buy. It's because there are buyers waiting here, right? Because they see this trend line. We all have the same trend line on the weekly, right? And they see this, and a lot of people will enter buys here. Again, you still need multiple confirmations. So this isn't me telling you to go ahead and buy, but it is something to look out for because we haven't broken structure on the weekly. All right, we have on the daily, but let's go back to the daily actually and look at this one more time. Let's just plot this in again, make sure. When I plot my trend lines, you guys, I like to include as many wicks as possible. Let's see if I zoom out. If I take this down, because I'm not perfect, y'all. Sometimes I quickly draw things and yeah, no. I'm going to go with what I did the first time because this is really the area that we're working with right now. So technically it's broken structure a little bit, but this is also news related. And what we could end up seeing here is price will come back up. And this is just going to look like a really long wick. Okay. Which we can also call slippage, and that's normal. So, the fact that it's broken this particular trend line here does not mean much to me. I'm not anticipating that we're going to get a big push down, not yet anyway, because we have been trending up on the higher time frames, right? Like the weekly and the daily. So it's going to take a lot for us to start trending down. That being said, what I would do is let's go back to our 15-minute chart and I'll show you what you need to be looking for again. So let's go to a point where price actually did, all right here. So price rejected, we see a rejection candle here, right? We see a nice doji right there at our zone. And then look what we get. Really nice, strong momentum. You see those nice long bodies? That's what we're looking for. We don't want price to be consolidating at all, okay? We want really nice, strong momentum. So Monday at market open, should we see that, we could definitely have an opportunity to ride up. If not, then I just wouldn't trade it. I would wait and see if we get a break of this zone, if we are going to see more downside momentum, more pressure from the sellers. And yeah, we will look at that going forward. So that's my kind of analysis on the USD Canadian dollar. And I think I'm going to leave it there. So that's why I like trading it, you guys. We do get often a nice break of a zone followed by a retest, and you can just ride to the next. Now, this week was not a great week for trading the US Canadian dollar. We had a lot of market manipulation. I'm sure a lot of you noticed that your trades were just not working out. Not to be concerned, because we all experienced that this week. If you like this video and you like my other videos, please let me know that I'm doing something right. Hopefully you like videos like this where I give you insights about the markets and what I think is going to happen. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video.